Obviously, I know Darlington personally for a lot of years, so I'm very proud of him. He's had an unbelievable career. Obviously, everybody knows he's won MLS Cups, 3 of them with 3 different clubs. Hopefully there's more as well here with the Crew, but it just says a lot about the player he is, the person he is, and how respected he is amongst his peers and his teammates is the biggest thing I think he'll care about. He's a team guy, and his teammates love him. There's not a guy in the locker room that doesn't love Darlington, and there's not a more respected player around the league. I can tell you that. If you ask players around the league what they think of Darlington, he's a deserved all-star, although he'd never want that recognition. Yeah, it's no coincidence that he's been on 3 different clubs and won 3 MLS Cups. He's, kind of that midfield rhythm player, that makes everybody else around him better. And not just the on-the-ball possession that everybody knows about. He also works very hard defensively. And subtly, he's a leader, in you would say maybe a quiet way, but inside the locker room, he's a guy that definitely will, in a positive manner, be infectious with his teammates and making them better. And I think that's what you want in a midfielder, a player, and someone in your locker room is someone like that, who's a very talented player, helps you keep the ball, create chances, works hard defensively to stop the opponent from getting chances, and just a positive guy every single day, and such a great pro. It's very rare, to have a connection like I have with Darlington. I'm not afraid to express that. I've known him since he was 15 years old. Remember seeing him first time ever, on a pitch up in Copley, Ohio, and when I saw him first play, my jaw dropped, and I said, "This is one of the most special players I've ever seen." And the rest is history from there. We've obviously won a national championship together at Akron. We've won an MLS Cup together at Portland and Columbus. And more than that, I've enjoyed just all the moments we've shared together. Some of them, a lot of them very good. Some of them, not so good. Because in this job, there's highs, there's lows, but we've shared so many good memories together and moments, and I truly consider him, like family. And I can say that for a lot of guys that I've come across over the years, that they've become friends, they become, brothers, whatever you want to call it, they become family members, but for sure Darlington is someone special to me because of our history together. And I'm very proud of him too, not just for the on the field, but the family that he's built with Felicia and his kids. I'm proud of that as well, because I know that means a lot to Darlington. It's not just the on the field, but it's the family he's created at home, which I'm just as proud of. Yeah, he's so humble. Darlington, for as talented as he is, as gifted as he is, and I truly believe he's going to go down as one of the best midfielders in MLS history. People that know football, they'd all say the same. His championships make a statement for that, but his play, his numbers, all those things. But for a guy that's done so much, you're never going to meet a more humble, selfless teammate in person. He loves this job, but he loves life, and I think every day he lives it with a smile on his face, and that's rare. It's rare to have a guy as talented as him that can really act that way and just show the character that he shows. And that'll last a lot longer than the trophies will last. The memories of him, his teammates, how they feel about him, that's going to be his legacy. Yeah, there's not a player in the league that in tight spaces can operate like him. His balance, his lateral agility, his ability to turn many different ways out of pressure, his center of gravity. It's truly world class. It's truly world class. I've always felt Darlington could have played on any team in the world. honestly. You know, he chose to stay in this league, to stay in this country, to raise a family, to create something special here, which I respect. It's hard to find that balance sometimes, but you know, again, he's gifted. Everybody sees it. You know, I think when you see it every day in the training ground as well, you know it even more. So for guys like Aiden and Sean, young players up and coming, for them to see those gifts, maybe they won't be able to do exactly what he does, but they can sure try and they can sure develop. And I think the best thing about Darlington is he's such a mentor to those youngsters, and he's always talking to them. He's watching film with them. Maybe someday he'll be a coach. I don't know if he wants that job, but I think for sure he has that in his cards. Good luck, D. You deserve it. There's no one more deserving, and again, I know you don't like any credit, and I know you don't like any accolades or recognition, but you know, enjoy the week with some very good players, and hopefully you take time to smell the roses.